Well, tan goes with everything, as you know. Welcome to First Unitarian Church of Orlando. My name is Neil Boris, a member of this congregation, and I also serve on the worship team here at 1U. With me in today's service are our worship leader, Reverend Margalie Belizaire, our director of Lifespan Religious Enrichment, Judith Stein-Farrall, and our director of music, Aubrey Connelly-Candelario. We also have the Chalice Choir and board president-elect Greg Buckingham. Now, let's not forget the teams of wonderful people in the background who together bring us this service, working diligently so we can come together this morning. So I thank you all for your participation. Children will go to supervised free play after we sing them out after time for all ages, and the nursery is open until noon. We greet you this morning, old friends and new ones, as we continue to explore our Unitarian Universalist faith, which draws us into a community of justice seekers with a commitment to lifelong spiritual growth and compassionate service to the community. As a Unitarian Universalist congregation, we are a non-creedal community that does not subscribe to a specific set of beliefs. Instead, we live by a covenant that encourages ethical behavior, affirms democracy, celebrates the worth of each individual, and unites us in a search for truth in meaning. Whether today is your first or your 1,000th Sunday in our midst, you are welcome here. Whoever you are, whoever you love, you are welcome here. In this community, your whole self is welcome. We welcome your race, national origin, immigration status, gender identity, sexual orientation, age, physical or mental abilities, economic status, or religious background. We welcome you. Now, you can find much more information about our congregation and about the announcements from today. Just go to orlandouu.org or email us at info@orlandouu.org. There are a few special announcements today. The first is about a field trip. Boy, when I was a kid, I loved field trips. This is a field trip for all of us, or at least those who wish to go, and it happens this afternoon for all ages, visiting Temple Israel at 2 p.m. Now, we know this conflicts with the Side with Love petition gathering, so we encourage you to attend the programming that meets your needs in our community. But if you're interested in a visit to Temple Israel, hosted and guided, 2 p.m. today. Welcome Wednesday, this week, December 13th, you'll be able to join the social justice team to reflect on the history of the Ocoee and Rosewood massacres and how our knowledge about these events support the work of the 8th principle, our Unitarian Universalist principle, going forward. As usual, a light dinner at 6, presentation after Vespers at 7. Finally, next week is our holiday pageant. If your children would like to be part of the fun, please let Judith know so we have all the appropriate props and costuming ready. We're also looking for someone who would like to sing a duet with an already identified singer. People, this is your chance. All right? And we're looking for a child, but we define child very liberally. Okay. Now, I'd like to call up Ted Nelson, who's our treasurer, member of Board of Trustees, and he has an announcement specifically about our online auction. Ted, take it away.
Good morning, everyone. We're doing a takeoff on our usual auction that we've been doing the last few years. So the one that's going to come up now that we're calling or referring to as a 1U community exchange, instead of an auction here on site with goods, this is filled with events and services that we have all offered in the past, many of us. So we're looking to do that, and instead of coming together and bidding here and elbowing everybody aside, I still have dents from last time, we'll all be donating and buying the services online this year for dinners and events to be held throughout 2024. No tangible items this time, but it's really the connections we make through these gatherings throughout the year that makes this so meaningful. So we welcome your dinner or event. You can just use the QR code on the slide and in the newsletter. Then in the new year, you'll get to choose from these wonderful dinners and events, and all the funds as usual from the auction go to 1U. Speaking of wonderful ideas, I'd like to take 3 ideas now. You can raise your hand and we'll get you a microphone for an item that you would like to see offered, that you would like to bid on. So if I can, Joy, I think, has a microphone here. Mr. Lewis, he's not wasting any time.
Well, you're going to be sorry to hear this because I am jonesy for some good wine and good food from a household we all know right under the name of Linnea and Ted.
Done. Reverend Marnie.
Well, I bid on a UU history dinner where all the foods relate to Unitarian Universalism.
Well, I would like to buy a cooking class.
Ah, okay, there we go. Rose, John, and then we'll have to cut it off.
Well, I live in Claremont. I would love it if somebody would offer to drive us to the airport once and pick us up. Promise it won't be late at night or early in the morning.
Oh, good. Very good one. And last but not least, Rose.
Well, I would bid on an evening of bingo.
Awesome. For the rest of your ideas, there's cards in the pew this morning. Just drop them in the auction box Linnea is holding up that will be in the back after services, and we'll share the ideas with all. And again, most importantly, use the link by December 31st to describe an event or dinner that you will offer. Neil.
Thanks, Ted. I will say that my wife has okayed our 2nd annual mildly dangerous drinks and dessert night. I'll be there, and I strongly recommend. Okay, all other announcements are on slides before and after the service and have links in the weekly update on our website. If you would like to follow along to the service, please use the QR code shown in the monitor and on the first few slides. Thank you again for being here in person and online today.
Please join me in saying the words as we light the chalice this morning. In the light of truth, in the warmth of love, we gather to seek, to sustain, and to share. Now please rise in body or spirit and join me in singing our opening hymn, number 223, Rock of Ages, Let Our Song. The words, we will sing the hymn 3 times. Words will be up there for you. It is good to be with you this morning. Hanukkah started this past week on the 8th, right? Nice. Thank you. So happy Hanukkah to all of you who celebrate this important Jewish holiday. And as Rabbi Danya Ruttenberg notes, the real miracle of Hanukkah is the fact that even after the temple was profaned, it could still be restored. Who you are matters, what you need matters, and your intuition. The still small voice within tells you this all the time. The hard part is making the space and time to hear it. But sometimes in the dark, it is easier to find that one tiny flicker that we need to follow all the way home. Amen. It's a message that we can all use regardless of our religious beliefs. And may a way be found in all of the suffering right now in Israel and Gaza. And today we are continuing to explore the theme, the path to mystery, and we're going to discuss the mystery that we are. And in that vein, I call us to worship with the words of Tanya Marquez, "Our lives intersect and intertwine." Vines cross and intertwine themselves on a tree trunk. It is a wonder and mystery that our paths have crossed, that in the immensity of time and the vastness of space, we coincide here. I am in awe of the ways in which our lives intersect and intertwine, at the beauty we create when we gather. May our coming together make us more compassionate, more just, more caring, and more loving, and may our hearts and minds be open to this offering. I am so glad you're here. Let us worship together. Let us marvel at the miracle of being here right now and the mystery that has brought us together. And now, let's engage the mystery and greet one another.
There we go. All right, now I'd like to, this is the time for all ages, and we welcome the children in particular to participate as comfortable. Any children of any age that would like to join me down here are welcome. They're definitely going to be needed this morning. While there are those who are interested to come and join me down here, I want everyone to consider, let's see, something that involves maybe the dinner time in your households. So think about what dinner time is like in your households. All right? Tell me, what do you need to make dinner time happen in your households? Anybody? Food? Okay. Wait, real quick. What makes how do you get the food? People cook. So you need cooks to make dinner happen, right? Hold this for a moment. Okay, just hold on. Thank you very much, Neil. What else? Go ahead, Oliver. You have to go to the store and get the food. Who's involved in going to the store to get the food, or who's involved in the store? Your hand was up first. Parents. So sometimes you need parents. Yes. Wait, I need the balloon first. Who else? Who's involved in helping get dinner cooked for you? Farmers. We need farmers. All right, hold on to that for a moment. Don't worry. Everyone will get to touch these balloons. Who else? Let me see. Yep. Going to the store, you need parents. How do you get to the store? Cars. How do we get cars to go? Money. Money for what reason? What do you need money to get the cars to go for? Yep. Engines. And what makes engines run? Gas, electricity. How do we get gas and electricity? The earth. Do people help pump the gas or create the gas? We need engineers. We need people. I don't need more balloons. This is. Well, we're going to do so I need someone to hold this balloon for me for just a moment. Okay, we're going to give you 1 inch. All right, what else? I'm going to let the adults for a second. See if any adults want to tell me who else is involved in getting dinner on the table in the big picture of it. Sorry? Truck drivers. Hold that. All right, we're going to stop there. Farm workers. Okay. Takes a lot of people. Okay. Now, I need all the kids to stand up. All right, you see all these balloons? These balloons are the people in the world that help put dinner on the table. That's okay, you're going to just toss them around, but they need to stay up. You need to support these people that make the world food on your table happen. So toss them to one another, toss them into the audience. Your goal is to keep them up in the air. So toss them to other people. Don't let them go, but because it's everyone's job. Woo! Woo! toss them out into the room. Woo! It is our job in this world to keep the cooks and the farm workers, the technicians, the engineers, the parents, the farmers, the laborers, the helpers in this world up in the air. All right, everybody. So the kids may take the balloons out with them as we create a lovely bridge for them to leave for religious education free time. Thank you very much.
Take the balloons with you.
Hello, I'm Greg Buckingham, a member of the Board of Trustees, and we invite you now into a time of generosity. It is one of our spiritual values which sustains the life and ministries of our community. Let us be grateful for the opportunity to give, for it is a privilege to be able to do so. And let us be grateful for our needs, for they give us the opportunity to practice receiving. Today's full collection will go to our Share the Plate recipient for the month of December, Shepherd's Hope. And I invite our own Rachel Gardner to come up and tell us a little bit about Shepherd's Hope.
Good morning. You should have been hearing from our own Jamie Lynch this morning, who is both on the board of Shepherd's Hope and a longtime member of this church. Unfortunately, Jamie is under the weather today, so you get me instead. Shepherd's Hope is a free clinic system here in Florida providing health care to the uninsured with no strings attached. The concept in healthcare refers to low-barrier healthcare. For reference, high-barrier healthcare is what my wife and I have, with insurance and a high deductible, and it works well for us, but it doesn't work well for many in our community. Low-barrier healthcare has little or no cost, as well as having low stress for entry into the system. Shepherd's Hope does not demand to see anyone's ID to get service. All they have to do is be uninsured. Our current government has an intimidation program that scares folks from seeking health care when they don't have documentation or have other issues regarding their citizenship status. Shepherd's Hope has very few salaried positions. The majority of their staff are volunteers made up of physicians, nurse practitioners, and physician assistants. We also have many volunteer clerical staff and interpreters. I was fortunate enough to be in the foyer this morning to meet a Shepherd's Hope volunteer who was coming to our worship service today. Dr. Bob is here, and he also volunteers with Shepherd's Hope. Thank you. Thank you and welcome. Thanks for identifying yourself. Shepherd's Hope has 4 clinics in Central Florida, and they would love to have more volunteers and, of course, the all-important monetary donations to keep this vital service running. And if you go to the Shepherd's Hope website at any time at shepherdshope.org, you can donate there, but please donate here, and also let us know that you've donated if you go directly to the website so that we will know that Shepherd's Hope has been supported by this congregation. Jamie looks forward to seeing you if you come down to volunteer at Shepherd's Hope, and thank you for giving them your time and attention and money. Thank you.
The offering will now be collected, and you can also give using the online link.
This is the season of hope, a wonderful time of the year. People are caring, giving and sharing. This is the season of hope. Reach out and try something new. Start a tradition or two. Feeling so dear, they last through the year. This is the season of hope. We put up walls to things that are new. Open our hearts, that's what we must do. This is the season of hope, a wonderful time of the year. what's in store. This is the season of hope. This is the season of hope.
Let us joyfully receive what is offered here today in the spirit of gratitude and fellowship.
This is the time we set aside for deep sharing of our hearts and for prayer and meditation. If you have a sorrow that you need witnessed or help with, or a joy that you wish to share, please contribute to a collective sharing of joys and sorrows to be read each Sunday during service. You can send us an email during the week at joysandsorrows@orlandouu.org. Or if you're attending in person, you can fill out a card at our welcome table, and the welcomers make sure that we have it up here to share. And we also offer you the opportunity to hold whatever you wish to continue to hold in your heart and silently light a candle during this part of our service. So bring your joys. Bring your sorrows as we come together. Come just as you are, because your whole self is welcome in this sacred space that we are creating together. We have a joy from Renee Stutzman. Renee? Yes. Renee says she is happy to welcome her sister Cindy for a visit. She's from upstate New York, where it's currently snowy. I hope she has a wonderful time here, where I wouldn't mind a little snow right now. But anyway, you didn't hear that. Mary and Bob, the boy, are celebrating 50 years of marriage. Wait, there is more. You are invited to join them in Gore Hall for celebratory cupcakes, including vegan and gluten-free cupcakes. So, yes. And we also have a sorrow to share, and it is that the McCleskey's family is right now, Wendy's mother, Grace, was in the hospital. She's now home recovering after a scary bout with multiple significant deep vein thrombosis and pulmonary embolism. And she also wants to say, this is a note from Wendy, who also wants to say thank you for all the love and support that has been provided so far throughout this crisis. So please, I know right now Wendy's communicating by email, so if you, I don't think she's receiving calls, so if you would send an email, that would be great. And from the larger community, just a reminder, this month is Drunk and Driving Prevention Month, so be especially mindful, especially if you know some who are struggling with that, please. Or you yourself be mindful when you're on the road, and be careful of those who might be experiencing problems in that area. It is also Seasonal Depression Awareness Month, and I'm mentioning that because sometimes we don't always pay attention to that, and depression is a serious mental health issue. So support those in your life who are suffering from that, and if you are, of course, you haven't sought out help yet, please do so. And it's Human Rights Day today. And it seems like we need that more than ever. I hope, my prayer is that someday we don't have to worry so much about noting that it's human rights, and just basic rights for people would just naturally be honored. And we continue to hold our Orlando community in our hearts as the state continues to need comfort and activism to eradicate hate. and continued prayers for our world and our human family as continued conflicts beset communities around the world, including probably the most prominent one right now, the situation in Israel and Gaza. And I know it's been a while since we've mentioned the war in Ukraine. That is still happening and impacting folks. In the rest of the world, there are wars raging every day all over the world and just other sufferings. So all of those want to send healing energy to our human family. And for all the joys and sorrows of this community, those shared today and those held close to the heart, let us pray, let us celebrate, and let us send one another healing energy. I want to invite you all into a guided meditation. I enjoy meditating, and it's something that I want to share with you all and encourage you to do it at home also when you have a moment, a guided meditation or just a silent meditation. This is from Reverend Dr. Rebecca Savage, and if you would just try to sit about 5% more comfortable than you are right now. Close your eyes if that feels right for you, or keep them at a soft gaze in front of you. In this moment, cast off that which does not serve you. Unfurl your shoulders and breathe into this space. If you can, quiet your inner chatter. Try to be here, right here, with the beloveds that are near and far in the shared moment of serenity and calm. I invite you now on a journey inward. In your mind's eyes, imagine the immediate space around you, where you may be resting. What is around you right now, over your head, below you? Appreciate the colors all around you, the textures and the feel of this space. And think about all the memories you associate with this place and with all the people here around you, and even those who were here at one time and are no longer here with us. Think of all the joys, all the support that you have received from this space. And with grace and gratitude, send loving kindness to all of this space means to you and to others. Now imagine the wider community around this place, the buildings, the home, parks, and other structures, whatever may be around here that you might be able to imagine. Appreciate and connect with the idea of that larger space of who is there and what happens in that wider community. And with compassion and thanks, send kind regards outwards. Next, imagine the expansiveness of our planet, the many people, languages, cultures, animals, plants. Our shared home, this interdependent web of all existence of which we are a part. Run your imagination across the fields, the oceans, the forests of these lands, recalling the generations of people and animals that have called this planet home for thousands of years. Hold in your care all that ever has been in our world with wonder and gratitude. And now, imagine the vastness of the universe, the known and the unknown, the planets, stars, and galaxies that exist far outside our imagination. Let your spirit touch the mysteries of the beyond, the mystery of the universe, the mystery of which we may never truly know nor understand. With reverence and astonishment, may that sense of mystery continue to immerse us in the unfolding journey of life. May we come back now to this present moment with the enchantment of the beyond, bringing us a greater sense of peace, a greater sense of connection and interconnection to ourselves, each other, and all that shall ever be. May we arrive back together, blessed by the journey beyond and within. May it be so. Now, if your eyes were closed, open them, and we invite you to come forward as you are willing and able to light a candle of remembrance, loving kindness, or hope. We will light a first candle for the joys and concerns of those of you who are joining us online. We will also light a last one for all of the joys and sorrows that were not shared, either by the silent candle or otherwise. So please come forward as you are willing and able.
Our reading this morning comes from David Reineck. In a true encounter with another human being, we come face to face with the mystery of life. In some way, every other person, no matter how well we know them, will remain as mysterious to us as a country across the ocean we only read about in books. Whenever we encounter another human being with respect for this essential unknown, we create the possibility for something genuinely new to emerge. In every interaction, whether it is with a stranger or our longtime partner, we can be surprised by what we have not yet seen or even imagined.
Amen. I stand before you with a sense of wonder and reverence for the incredible truth that encapsulates our shared experience. We need one another, beloved. In a world that often emphasizes individualism and self-sufficiency, it is essential that we recognize the deep interconnectedness that binds us together. In order to fully understand how much we need one another, we must first discuss our interconnectedness. Our lives are woven together, and in acknowledging this interdependence, we can discover the incredible beauty of our existence. In the eloquent words of Tanya Marquez from our call to worship earlier, she notes, vines cross and intertwine themselves on a tree trunk. It is a wonder and mystery that our paths have crossed, that in the immensity of time and the vastness of space, we coincide here. The metaphor of vines crossing and intertwining on a tree trunk paints a vivid picture of the interconnected nature of our journeys. Each one of us is a thread in the vast tapestry of humanity, weaving through time and space, intersecting with others in ways that often defy explanation. Marcus invites us to marvel at the sheer miracle of our path crossing and the great expanse of the cosmos. Amidst the eons of time, we find ourselves gathered here today, sharing this moment, this space. Wow. And as we reflect on the mystery of our interconnectedness, it becomes apparent that the beauty of our lives is magnified when we come together. Marcus expresses this beautifully. She says, I am in awe at the ways in which our lives intersect and intertwine and the beauty we create as we gather. There is unique alchemy that occurs when diverse threads of human experience converge. It is in our shared stories and the richness of our collective narratives that we discover the depth and breadth of what it means to be human. Our gatherings, whether in this sacred space or elsewhere, have the power to transform us individually and collectively. This coming together of our hearts, our minds, the exchange of ideas, the shared laughter and tears, these are the building blocks of the bonds that make life not only bearable, but truly meaningful. It is in these connections that we find solace, support, and the strength to navigate the complexities of our existence. Marcus' offering extend beyond the physical, temporal dimensions of our encounters. She implores, may our coming together makes us more compassionate, more just, more caring, and more loving. And this, we find a call to action, right? An invitation to be mindful of the impact our gatherings can have on our character and the world around us. It is a recognition that our interactions are not mere happenstance, but opportunities for growth, transformation, and the cultivation of virtues that elevate our shared humanity. And it is because of our interconnectedness that we need one another so much. Consequently, there is power we each hold in our interactions with others. I can speak to that power a bit more clearly from the quote that we used at the top of the service. I don't know if you had a chance to read it, and it is by Albert Schweitz. And it goes, at times, our own light goes out and is kindled by the spark of another person. Each of us has cause to think with deep gratitude of those who have rekindled the flame within us. In these words, we find a profound acknowledgement of the impact we have on one another's lives, both in nurturing the flame of hope and extinguishing it through our actions. Consider for a moment the people who have been the sparks rekindling your flame. They may be friends, family, mentors, or even strangers whose kindness illuminated the darkest corners of your soul. Each of us, in our own journey, has encountered individuals whose words, gestures, and presence have reignited the dwindling fires within us. The recognition of this truth should lead us to a place of deep gratitude and humility. However, it is equally important to acknowledge the responsibility that comes with this interconnectedness. Our treatment of one another, both as individuals and as groups, has the power to either give life or to cause destruction. The flame within us can be kindled by acts of compassion, love, and understanding, but it can also be extinguished by cruelty, indifference, and hatred. And the tapestry of our shared existence, the threads of our actions, weave a narrative that impacts not only our individual lives, but the collective human experience. The interconnectedness we share is not limited to personal relationships. It extends the broader context of societal and global connections. As individuals, we are a part of families, communities, and societies. Our actions reverberate through these interconnected layers, influencing well-beings of those around us and shaping the world in which we live. That is both a burden and a joy, or at least cause for joy. In the words of Schweitz, we must think with deep gratitude of those who have rekindled the flame within us. Simultaneously, we should reflect on how we, in turn, can be the bearers of light for others. Our interactions are not isolated incidents, but rather opportunities to be catalysts for positive change. By extending a hand of kindness, offering a word of encouragement, or embodying empathy, we contribute to the collective effort of rekindling the flames of hope in a world that at times seems dimmed by challenges. Yet, we must also acknowledge our capacity to cause harm. In our moments of weakness, frustration, and fear, we may inadvertently dampen the spirit of those around us. The destructive power lies in our ability to overlook the profound impact our words and actions can have on others. In recognizing this, we must strive to be mindful custodians of the flames within each other, nurturing the light rather than extinguishing it. And even with our deep connection, with our interconnectedness, in that we need one another, it is important that we remember in a true encounter with another human being, we come face to face with the mystery of life. So noted David Reineck from the reading that Neil shared with us. In the simplicity of this statement lies the profound invitation to reflect on the awe-inspiring nature of our connections with one another and the limitless possibilities that unfolds when we approach our encounters with reverence for the unknown. The idea that every person we encountered remains a mystery to us, as a distant country we've only read about in books, and is a testament to the infinite depth of the human experience. No matter how well we think we know someone, there is always an essential unknown, a vast landscape within each person that invites exploration and discovery. Reineck's words challenges us to embrace this mystery with humility and an open spirit. Think for a moment about the people in your life, those you know intimately and those you've only just met. Each person is a universe unto themselves, with stories, dreams, and complexity that go beyond our comprehension. Just as a country across the ocean holds secrets waiting to be unveiled, so too do the hearts and minds of those around us. Our encounters with one another becomes a journey of exploration, an opportunity to navigate the uncharted territories of each souls. Reineck invites us to approach every interaction, whether it's with a stranger, a longtime partner, with respect for this essential unknown. It is in this space of respect, curiosity, and acknowledgement that we create the conditions for something genuinely new to emerge. Our relationships, rather than becoming stagnant or predictable, can become fertile ground for growth, understanding, and the unfolding of untold stories. I was listening to a program on NPR recently where it was noted that we make the mistake of stopping to pay attention or stop being curious about the people in our lives because we believe we know them, so, well, there's nothing more to know. This is a false premise because we are complex beings that are learning, and hopefully, as we learn, we're also growing. So I invite us to continue to remain curious about those who are close to us, to continue to ask questions, to be and show interest. And with strangers, we often bring preconceived notions, assumptions, and expectations in our encounters. We assume because they hold certain identities that we know what to expect. Reineck challenges us to shed those preconceptions and approach each person with fresh eyes and an open heart. By doing so, we invite the unexpected. We allow ourselves to be surprised by what we have not yet seen or even imagined. The beauty of human connection lies in its ability to transcend the boundaries of what we think we know, inviting us to embrace the ever-expanding mystery of life. We are a mystery, friends. Consider the transformative power of this approach in relationships, whether it is a chance encounter with a stranger, a conversation with a colleague, or a moment shared with a loved one. The acknowledgement of the essential unknown opens the door to deeper connection and richer experiences. It allows us to move beyond the surface and delve into the complexity and nuances that makes each person unique. So, dear ones, let us embrace the incredible truth that we need one another. Tanya Marquez says, "I am so glad you're here." A sentiment that is true for me. I am so glad you're here. And in these simple words, we find an acknowledgement of the joy that comes with the presence of others in our lives. It is a celebration of the shared journey, a recognition of our interconnectedness. It is not something that we can just marvel about, but is a source of deep gratitude and fulfillment. So, as we contemplate the awe and mystery of our path crossing with one another, may we recognize the sacredness of the intertwining of our lives. Let us commit ourselves to fostering a culture of kindness, empathy, and love. Wherever we may be, may we treat one another, may our treatment of one another be a testament of the understanding that we need one another. And may we approach each other with a sense of wonder, recognizing the depth and complexity that lies beneath the surface. May we allow ourselves to be surprised by the unfolding of something new in every interaction. May we be so blessed. And now please rise and body your spirit and join me in singing our closing hymn, number 346. Come sing a song with me, one of my favorites. The words will be posted on the screen.
It's far.
May the peace of deep belonging settle upon you. The abundance of life's goodness surround you. The warmth of divine delight burn within you. Beloved, the mystery envelops you. The wonder embraces you. The breath of life flows through you always. Steve Garna's Homes. Worship has ended, and now the service truly begins. And today we have the neighboring field trip. So if you are able, please join our youth, our children, in attending that. And also, we have Reverend Kirsten, who is back there somewhere, is going to be in the assembly room working on the community signing up the petition on abortion so that it could go on the ballot. So we've got plenty for you to take action on this week. So, and now,
please say these words with me as we extinguish this flame. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.